one dream and that's we got one scheme and that's one theme and that's my whole life and that's one love, got one dream and that's one love, we got one scheme and that's one love, that's one theme and that's one love. One love, my whole life. I said there's two of us, we got one dream and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Between the both of us, we got one scheme and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Our life together has one theme and that's one love. I said that's one love. I'd rather die than live my whole life without that one love. And you that one love. I said there's two of us, we got one dream and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Between the both of us, we got one scheme and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Our life together has one theme and that's one love. I said that's one love. I'd rather die than live my whole life without that one love. And you that one love, girl. All these girls keep chasing views like they doing something. They ain't doing nothing. And all these boys keep making moves cause they assuming something. Everybody doing fake friends like they crew or something. But all these people make my stomach sick like the flu or something. They crying X cause they prince is gone. We might just flex cause I'm money long. They selling sex cause it's selling strong. I might just bag a check girl and take you home. Yeah, real love I owed you, real love I showed you. I wish for once that you would back me up, but I can't expect that I know you. Cause we been there and then we came through it. Backstabbed and then we undo it. A lot of people said they come through, but when it came to it, ain't one do it. We got one dream and that's we got one scheme and that's one theme and that's my whole life and that's one love, got one dream and that's one love, we got one scheme and that's one love, that's one theme and that's one love, my whole life. I said there's two of us, we got one dream and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Between the both of us, we got one scheme and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Our life together has one theme and that's one love. I said that's one love. I'd rather die than live my whole life without that one love. And you that one love. I said there's two of us, we got one dream and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Between the both of us, we got one scheme and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Our life together has one theme and that's one love. I said that's one love. I'd rather die than live my whole life without that one love. And you that one love. I got my head down, arms are up. I didn't think life would be this rough. Back and forth, we went do-si-do, and then I packed my bags and I hit the road. We were making moves without a clue. I took my love away from you. Looking back, all regret. My chin is up and you puffed your chest. Cause we coming for the go, girl, we won't stop. Working and we grind until we hit the top. Everyone is waiting for the love that we are chasing, and the haters will be hating, but we won't stop. Cause we running and we gunning. So watch out, cause we coming. One love, we in our feelings, and it's not gonna crumble, yeah. We got one dream and that's we got one scheme and that's one theme and that's my whole life and that's one love, got one dream and that's one love, we got one scheme and that's one love, that's one theme and that's one love, my whole life. I said there's two of us, we got one dream and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Between the both of us, we got one scheme and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Our life together has one theme and that's one love. I said that's one love. I'd rather die than live my whole life without that one love. And you that one love. I said there's two of us, we got one dream and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Between the both of us, we got one scheme and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Our life together has one theme and that's one love. I said that's one love. I'd rather die than live my whole life without that one love. And you that one love, girl. And you that one love, girl. One love. One love. One love. And you that one love, girl. One love. It's one love.
Yeah. Ay. We go from humble to flexing, you DM, I'm texting, she hit me right back. I'm on the move, I'm not stressing, the king to these peasants, you know that's a fact. Y'all hate the press, y'all elect them, a press for 11, I gave him a stack. I use these words as my weapon, a demon, the session, we killing the pack. We go from humble to flexing, you DM, I'm texting, she hit me right back. I'm on the move, I'm not stressing, the king to these peasants, you know that's a fact. Y'all hate the press, y'all elect them, a press for 11, I gave him a stack. I use these words as my weapon, a demon, a session, we killing the pack. We slaying witches and demons, making a list like I'm Steven. This ain't the Garden of Eden, playing this game, it's not even. I come with soldiers and legions, that is my name that you speaking. All of y'all live for the weekend, I don't know what you believe in. Y'all got the diamonds and I got the rubies. She rocking the two-piece and look like a snack. Stay out of trouble, but I got a new scheme. I'm sipping on wine while they sipping on that. I done told y'all if I see it, I cop it. You see what we rocking, we dripping all black. You being off, you seen this deposit. We brought a few bags and there's more in the back. I got riches storing up in heaven. I'm a big gorilla, I got ape aggression. Young and jaded like an adolescent. I'm slightly faded like an evanescent. Brand new villa up on the East Coast. You better come through because we stay progressing. If you roll with us, you better unpack before God teaches you an eternal lesson. Roll with me, you gonna learn something. Roll with me, you gonna earn some. We in the forest like we Fern Gully. If it's feeling off, I discern some. Clean hearts, but we stay muddy. Too smart, but we stay study. Staying face, cause we too ugly. All these jokers think they too funny. We go from humble to flexing, you DM, I'm texting, she hit me right back. I'm on the move, I'm not stressing, the king to these peasants, you know that's a fact. Y'all hate the press, y'all elect them, a press for 11, I gave him a stack. I use these words as my weapon, a demon, the session, we killing the pack. We go from humble to flexing, you DM, I'm texting, she hit me right back. I'm on the move, I'm not stressing, the king to these peasants, you know that's a fact. Y'all hate the press, y'all elect them, a press for 11, I gave him a stack. I use these words as my weapon, a demon, the session, we killing the pack. Check, check, 1, 2, ayy, check, check. I don't know if I can rap this shit. Yeah, ayy, yeah. Look at my wrist, yeah, it's poppin'. Took the whole family shopping. Funny that you always flexing. Just saw your car at the auction. Niggas on IG be stalking. All these girls, too many options. Act like I don't hear you talking. Drop it and they just come flocking. I just don't let they tatted. Then got Gorilla Gang tatted. I went like it's automatic. Passing these niggas is tragic. Wearing all black with no magic. You just got green in your ice. They all stop checking the facts, so I just stopped treating them nice. I see you looking, I see you watching. Wasn't too long ago, we was just talking. I'm sorry you hate me now, and I don't mean that I'm sorry for me. I'm just sorry for you, cause you won't get to see what a hot king can do when he's given the chance to become what he knew he could. Now my shit's popping, oh and I'm shocking. I'm just from Buffalo, I shouldn't make it. Was right by my auntie, but that woman hated me. Good at pretending for everyone faking it. Now I'm awake and I see why they made the choice to kick me out just as soon as I made the choice. Now I'm a king, yeah that's the thing, happens a lot. Fatherless kids, yeah we come by the lot. Changing shit whether you like it or not. He would come like it or not. Look at my wrist, yeah it's popping. Took the whole family shopping. Funny that you always flexing. Just saw your car at the auction. Niggas on IG be stalking. All these girls, too many options. Act like I don't hear you talking. Drop it and they just come flocking. I just don't let they tatted. Then got Gorilla Gang tatted. I went like it's automatic. Passing these niggas is tragic. Wearing all black with no magic. You just got green in your ice. They all stop checking the facts, so I just stopped treating them nice. Fuck the whole industry, music and media. Started my own shit, I don't think they feeling me. I just don't get it, so fuck it. I'm done with all this luck shit. Y'all think y'all scaring me, so I address it. But now all your niggas is running. All of your mouths is just running. No talent, but your shit is funded. Now all y'all think y'all real funny. Clown flexing with that fake money. Can't buy shit without real shit, so you rent shit cause you real dummy. Just invest in mine like a broker. New money coming soon. Your last post got like 50,000, but you can't fill a fucking room. Look at my wrist, yeah, it's popping. Took the whole family shopping. Funny that you always flexing. Just saw your car at the auction. Niggas on IG be stalking. All these girls, too many options. Act like I don't hear you talking. Drop it and they just come flocking. I just don't let they satty. Then got Gorilla Gang tatted. I went like it's automatic. Passing these niggas is tragic. Wearing all black with no magic. You just got green in your ice. They all stop checking the facts, so I just stop treating them nice.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Swole Normuth.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing, 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 testicles, testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 3321 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, and slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, bustas, hustlers, and hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest K2. Flexing on all your beaches.
It's the fucking Catalina wine.
It's the fucking Catalina wine.
All right, fam. Happy Monday, 3321. Today is an accountability meeting. We are going to drop some new releases. Before we do, did not send out the Swole text last night because it was a little bit late, and I didn't want to do it early this morning because we're going live. So drop in the comments down below what you are promising yourself to work on this week. You can even drop in the comments down below what is one major thing that you were successful with in this past week. So you could drop a couple things in the comments down below. Let's look back from the previous week or over the weekend. What's one important thing that you got accomplished over the weekend, and what is something that you are focusing on primarily for this week? Drop it in the live chat, and we're just going to jump right into today's show and read some of your responses. That's going to be the tip portion, and then we'll get into some questions and releases and balls deep. So what did you accomplish over the weekend? What is one thing that you were successful with? And what is the most important thing that you are working on this week, that you're promising yourself to work on this week? Drop that in the comments down below. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Today, I am rocking the brand new, or pretty much brand new, a week or two ago, the Comet Fuck Your Feelings. I got a little water on it. Brand new merch over there at papaswolio.com. Let's get into the tip, fam. Drop those comments and those responses.
Just an inch. Just
the
an
live
inch.
chat.
It's cold outside.
Below. All right, we'll get some of those accountability responses. So what is one thing that you were successful with over the weekend? And what is the most important thing that you are focusing on this week? What are you attacking this week? And how are you going to get into it? And you can respond in a couple different sentences, drop a couple comments down below, and let us know where you're at. We're going to start off while you guys are responding. Let's get into a couple recipe releases while we're doing that. We got 3 new ones while you guys are dropping your responses in the comments. I hope that's why it's quiet. Otherwise, we're just going to have a real short show. Let's get into a couple recipes that are now available inside the Swolenormous app, or will be later today. First one is lemon garlic cod. Interesting. I'm just going to leave it there. Interesting. I'm not a cod person. I feel like that's probably the blandest fish you could possibly get. Fish is just kind of, I guess it's sea chicken. It's just bland and tasteless unless you're putting stuff all over it. So I'm sure it tastes good if it's cooked well. That's fine. But if it's not steak, it doesn't make me happy. It doesn't make me happy. It's cod. It's cod. I don't know, man. Doesn't get me excited, but maybe it gets you excited. So we put in the recipe archive all the same for you. We got one here. This is another interesting, I think the powers that be, the Swole team is just continuously trying to push shrimp on everyone. I don't know why there's so many shrimp recipes. I don't really eat shrimp. I will if we're somewhere, but it's obviously not a top food. Mango shrimp ceviche. Nothing wrong with that. So it's like a little bit of like a cold shrimp salad, I suppose. So check that out. Mango shrimp ceviche. Another golf clap, I suppose. It's all right. There we go. There we go.
Hi,
Beef
Puppy.
shish kebabs. There we go. Now we got one. Fam, drop those comments down below. I don't know where those comments are, or we're not giving away a Swole card. So drop your comments down below. What is one thing you were successful with over the fucking weekend? And what is the most important thing that you are focusing on this week? Drop those responses in the comments down below. Or I promise you, we will have a very, very brief show today. We'll just do releases and bounce. So drop those comments down below. Did y'all a favor? We're going live, hooking it up. We're going early. Otherwise, we were going to skip it today completely. So drop those, and we're just combining the Swole text with the show today. So drop that live. I want to hear. I want to read those responses. So don't be slacking. Don't be slacking. Let's get into a couple of featured Swolga classes. Today, we are dropping, these are featured classes this week, Swolga Total Body 2, Swollen 7 Dumbbell Round 8 Back and Biceps, and Total Foundation 1. Those are the featured classes this week in the app. We do have new yoga. We have another merch release, which we'll get in towards the end of the show. We got a couple more things to announce. We had the roundtable last week, so we got a couple things last week that we that you can check out if you missed it. And also, of course, we have the Swolosophy episodes from over the weekend that are available. A bunch of you commented already, which is awesome. By the way, we'll get into some of the today's episode is called "Going to the Gym is Better Than Rioting." Let's take a look at we'll take a look at some of the rioting and shit that's going on in LA. Why are the libtards always rioting? Why is the left always rioting? They're just trying to burn down LA now again. The scum is coming to the surface. The scum of this country is surfacing again in the summer. Shocker. Oh, it's warm outside. Now we're going to riot because it's warm. All right, it's coming. Summer's coming. I hope Trump puts his fucking boot down on these lunatics. Real space shuttle door gunner. I accomplished becoming financially stable. Well, that's great. Great news. Great news. Let's get some of these responses, then we'll go into some questions and other topics. All right. Let's get these responses in. I know you guys took a little time typing it in. That's great. I might actually also send out a swole text later so we can get some more fleshed out ideas. I know you guys are typing this in live. Complete another round of Max Swole, says Aaron, and added some abs at the end. This week, I plan to add more brain gains right after my yoga sessions, as that seems to be the best time to do so. Good stuff. Mess 41, I'm focusing on my morning routine. Typically do everything with the phone in my hand, and now it's now a problem. I need to change my habit, so I decided last night that the phone stays in my bedroom until I'm ready to leave the house. Started today. Got in an ice bath and started off my day right. Hashtag SwoleFam. Yeah, you don't really want your phone in your bedroom either, but I know sometimes with alarms, just make sure the Bluetooth is off, airplane mode completely and all that stuff. But yeah, leaving it in your office or leaving it in another room, making it more challenging to access it is a better idea. Leave more books around the house so you're not always getting trapped in by your phone. Mark says, I theft my gym partner. Ooh. After listening to him whine for a year, I told him he needs to actually try and work hard, not make excuses as to why he can't do it. Based.
You're not making this easy on me, boy.
I know you had a gym partner. I know we've talked. I know we've had some conversations about. Did I put this? Hold on. I just look at the live stream. It says Daily Swole 33. Did the 21 get cut off? It did. Daily Swole 33. That just reminds me. Let me just update that. Daily Swole 33. Man, that was like in June of 2016. If it was actually number 33. That's wild. 3321. There we go. Now we got it on right. That's funny. So Mark, I didn't know you had a gym partner, but I think you might have mentioned it in a recent comment. Was it consistent? Or maybe he was whining and canceling a lot. Yeah, you don't need that kind of person in your life, but let alone in your sacred space, especially when you're trying to train. You don't want people holding you back or dragging you down. Ellie says, this weekend I accomplished getting through 2 rounds of intermittent fasting, then fueling with carrot salads. Fuck you.
How about I send you a hobo's dick cheese?
First, take a big step back and literally fuck your own face!
LET is not winning a swole card today. How about that? How about that? You're banned. No swole card for you. Jesus. Pam says, Papa Swole, I would say consistency. Things have changed with my dad some and has added more responsibilities on me. Last week was the first of our new schedule, and we are working through it. All right, well, good to hear. Keep us posted. Let's see. T-Bone says Papa was still on Sour Patch Kids at Daily Swole 33. Yeah, I guess I would be. I think it was that year that I stopped. It was 2016 or maybe early 2017. Whenever I did that, the last time I ever purchased Sour Patch Kids was when I smashed them with a hammer. I didn't even eat it. It was a 5-pound bag from Walmart. I didn't even eat one. But I dumped it on a table and I smashed it with a hammer. I did it for some video. Then I picked them up and I tossed them. I don't remember when that was. So that wasn't the last time I ate them. It was earlier than that. So I would say I think it's probably by either Thanksgiving 2016 or it was 2017 or the summer. It was somewhere within like a year probably of that episode or less. Yeah, gnarly stuff. Sour Patch Kids. Gross. Mark says we'd go every Friday. Okay, so he was your gym partner only on Fridays. But I had more than enough. Can't work with someone who won't get off their phone. Talks a lot and makes excuses. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You don't want to be on your phone scrolling a lot when you're in the gym. Now, I bring my phone with me. Sometimes I'm listening to music or between sets. If I'm waiting 3 or 5 minutes, I'll walk around. Or sometimes it's really hot and I'm out in the... I don't know. I take my time when I train because it's so hot. It takes me longer to recover between sets and I'm chilling. So sometimes I'm answering a message or I want to look something up briefly. But if I have like a certain break period, I'm not doing it with like 2 minutes of rest and always on my phone, or you're changing music or a podcast if you're listening to something, or you have it as a timer. But you don't want to be constantly on your phone and distracting from the workout, especially if you have a partner. If you have a partner, there's no reason to be on your phone. There really isn't one anyway, but of course our phones really kind of are the nexus of everything that we do, so it's normal for you to have it with you at least. Loretta says, every time I see Sour Patch Kids, I think of Papa. I know, that's burned, right? That's burned into everyone's memory, even though I don't even eat those fucking things anymore. Dennis says, listening to you and hitting full body right now. Good for you. Good for you. I did legs yesterday. Yeah, I've been really enjoying my current training split. I'm going to do a masterclass on it, on my latest approach, and we got a couple pieces of masterclass content that I want to continue to do for Maximum Swole. We got a bunch of new stuff coming, and we're just reframing, just more education based on Maximum Swole and training protocols. Let's see. Jeremy says, over the weekend, I studied my new split to make sure I know how to do proper form and everything. Don't want to hurt myself. Good news. Pam, full body. So what's your current training split? Let's drop that in the comments too. So we got through a bunch of responses. I appreciate it. I still might send out the accountability text later today or after the show, just to get some, like, you know, people, you have more time. We're live here on the show. Not everyone can make it, but some thoughtful responses that we can read them throughout the week, or something that you're successful with. It'll be something along those lines. That way we can read some more quality posts, or if anyone has any questions over the next couple days. So what's your training split? Drop in the comments down below. Any new updates, any things, you get any new gym equipment, change your training split, or what you're currently doing, just drop your training split. Maybe you got some new, T-Bone says, got some new adjustable dumbbells. Good stuff. Alex is doing upper lower. We got Dennis and Pam doing full body. Sounds good. Sounds good, fam. Sounds good. All right, let's move on to some Knowledge Cock. Let's get into some questions. If you have live questions, we got some from Instagram, but we'll take some live ones too. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. So the title of today's video, now I've been aware of like the current events and stuff, you know, loosely aware. I haven't really been going down like the rabbit hole. I just know that they're rioting in LA. I don't know all the details about everything that's going on. I'm sure over the next couple days, because I forget when that broke out, or the reason. Was it because of the ICE raids or something like that? And everyone's waving Palestine flags. We all know that whatever the cause is really not the cause. The revolution is the point. That's what leftists do. They riot, they loot, they destruct, they deconstruct, they try to destroy things. So these are just excuses to go out and riot. Most of the people, I would say 95% of the people out there, don't really give a shit. They just want to burn shit down. Like, they don't care what the reason is. It's just the excuse, and the mob mentality takes over from there. Or there's handlers and, you know, insiders and stuff that are funding all this thing. You know, the crazy stuff is, I know social media, the internet, you can organize things pretty easily, but it still fascinates me how many people organize for these things. Like, how many people are there? And this is just, it's wild, right? Think about it. How many people there are out there that just want to go outside and like destroy things? And all those people are synchronizing. There's just so many people in the world, because who the fuck wants to go out and just destroy shit? Like, I got better stuff to do. I got better stuff to do than just to go burn things down. Of course, I'm not mentally insane. I'm not retarded either. But most of these people just want an excuse. They don't really have any strong beliefs. They just hate, and they're anxious, and they're just lost. But there are definitely some weird stuff. I mean, there's definitely I wouldn't say a few key players, but there's definitely some, I don't want to say kingpins, but there's definitely, what would you call them? Handlers? Agent provocateurs? I don't know if they're necessarily from our government necessarily. I mean, likely, at least in the past. But I'm just saying, like, there's someone putting this stuff out. I saw an interview, and some ground journalist was saying, like, hey, how'd you guys hear about this stuff? How'd you guys organize? And someone said Reddit. You know, all it takes is a couple of people to post something insane on Reddit, and it can go super viral. And if you have certain connections or certain programming knowledge, and you can hack certain things, you can get extra distribution and reach from certain posts. But someone's organizing these things. Like, this is a very organized, everyone's here at the same time. Of course, you get that mob, and then people just show up and stuff like that. But there are definitely a few people that are, you know, definitely kicking this off. So got to figure out who's funding all this stuff. You know, especially in the past where there have been just like pallets of bricks dropped off at like obscure locations where people can just pick up projectiles and throw them and stuff like that. So we know there's insiders that provide, plausible deniability. Like, oh, there were just like a pallet of bricks here for no reason. There's no construction. Look at all these bricks and cinder blocks. Who the fuck know? Wow. They're just here on the bridge. We could just throw them off the bridge. That's convenient. Who dropped them here? No one knows. It's like, okay. Anyway, let's check out a couple. Well, I guess we could do that when we go balls deep, but fuck it. We're in the knowledge cog portion. It's my show. I'll do what I want. Check out this. Let's go on a couple things from the X-Files. Matt Van Swole, I like your name, says, can someone help me understand how these people seem to have infinite amounts of time on their hands to protest? I barely have time to go to the grocery store after work. How do thousands of people have all day to go out and protest for illegal immigrant criminals? Yeah, I agree. Who said this in the comments? Someone said, Mark said unemployed activities. It's pretty wild, isn't it? It's pretty wild. I barely want to leave my house. And there are people that are outside all day in the hot fucking sun. It's June 9th. Who wants to be outside in the sun, fully dressed, on a highway? Don't send away criminals. It's like, okay. It's kind of a weird thing to do. Seriously, all these people are unemployed. Or everyone just took a sick day on the same day. There's a couple options here, right? So like, what? Everyone just took off? Like, we're not going to work today. Who are these people? Seriously. This isn't even just not being productive. This is being actively all right. So when you look at the screen right now, I'm just looping. There's some video. It's from Fox News about National Guard and rioters. What people don't understand about, to peaceably assemble. Oh, but you could peacefully protest the United States. You should not be allowed to block a highway. This is not a peaceful protest. If you're standing in traffic where cars go 70 miles an hour, that's not peaceful. If you're throwing rocks on cars, if you're that's not peaceful. Peaceful is not blocking a highway. Peaceful is not standing in the road. If you go to a park, or you go to a field, or you go outside on public property. Now, I know if they're on the bridge, but look, they're blocking cars. They're blocking people from traveling. Think of how much this is doing to the economy or the local economy. There are people that are just trying to go to work. There are people that are just trying to drop their kids off at daycare. There are people that are just trying to go to the fucking gym. They're just trying to get home after working third shift, and now they have to wait in fucking line while these lunatics block the highway. Can you imagine? You just worked 16 hours overnight. You're trying to go home to your wife and 3 kids, and you're wiped the fuck out working like overtime, like double time and a half or something like that. And you're wiped the fuck out, and you have to wait on the highway while people are crying, waving fucking Palestine flags. You just want to go home. You just finished work. You want to go home to your family. It's insane. It's insane. So who are these fucking people? Who are these people? Let's get some stories. What do you guys think? Squeegee says there's an ultra liberal guy at my work, aka a retard. I added that part. He organized a lot of protests. He takes the day off to do it. Well, that sounds great. He takes the day off, like a sick day. Sounds like someone needs to get fired. If you're going to take a day off from work to organize a protest, get the fuck out of here. Go do that on your own time. This is not the place for you to work. The great Dr. Delta, a man who stands for nothing will fall for anything. That's true. Loretta says during the trucker protests in Ottawa, there were obvious plans to incite violence, Nazi flags, etc. Yeah, I think they were doing that. Those were provocateurs. Like people would fly those things. They wanted to. This is why a lot of people suspect that they caved before the American truckers did this kind of stuff. Because remember, the American truckers were formulating a protest. Remember, after the Canadian one was doing well, that United States, the truckers were starting to get together in the United States. I don't think it followed through. I think they didn't need to do it. But don't forget, truckers here are packing heat. Truckers here have shotguns and they got weapons in their cars and stuff. So you start doing a protest with truckers in the United States and you got firepower. In Canada, you don't have that shit. United States, you do. So I think I remember hearing that once the truckers in the United States started, all right, we're going to get together. This is working. Everyone's like, all right, let's just cave to their demands. Like, let's not do this anymore. Because if the truckers start protesting the United States, not to mention the commercial and economical impacts, but just the fact that 2A, baby, our truckers are rolling heavy, rolling deep too. John says the blocking highway nonsense is ridiculous level infuriating. People have lives and things to do that have nothing to do for or against the protest. WTF, man. Exactly. These are narcissists. People that are protesting, whenever you see Greta Thunberg, like, I'm going to sail to Gaza and save the world. This is like, it's nuclear level narcissism. That's all it is. You have these people that are standing in the road thinking that they are so important and their cause or what they feel is so important that they're going to interrupt everyone's fucking lives. It's just for attention. It's like kids throwing a temper tantrum. It's children throwing a temper tantrum because mommy and daddy didn't want to get them a pack of Twizzlers at checkout. You know what I think? I agree. Nick says, can we send in the gorillas to wrap these riots up? I think we test the theory now. I say we test the theory now. I think we do the 100 men versus one gorilla. Tell me what would happen to the protest. You ready for this? You guys tell me what would happen to the protest. For every 100 people, what if you go to a local zoo or whatever it is, some sort of like habitation, you take an aerial drone shot, you got the police, you got the News Chopper 7 is at the scene. We see well, we're live here from downtown LA on the overpass on the 405. We got about 1.5 miles of people back. Approximate how many people are there. For every 100 people, drop one gorilla. Imagine they're all sitting there like on the bridge and on the thing. Yeah. Rah, 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 rah. And let's say there's 10,000 people here. 10,000 people. That's 10 gorillas for every 1,000 people. That's 100 fucking gorillas. Let's say there's 10,000 people. That's 100 gorillas for 10,000 people. There might be more than 10,000 people. Let's just say 10,000. That's 100 fucking gorillas, bro. What if you just had all these big trucks, like just trailers back up? All of a sudden, you ready for? I'm going to give you the whole scene. The protesters are standing across the highway or the freeway, whatever you call it out there. All of a sudden, you see all these trucks, like all the cars filter through. Sometimes one's getting through. All of a sudden, the cars are gone. They've kind of gone through. We're protesting. And then you just see a line. It looks like Transformers. You know, you just see a line of like 50 trucks and they're backing up. A big dump truck, and they're on the sides of the highway. What the hell is going on? Everything, and the shot's like, and it's quiet, and all the protesters turn, and they pause, and you could just hear, like a tumbleweed blows by, and all of a sudden you hear like, and like the back door of these dump trucks and these massive trailers, and 100 to 1,000, whatever the people, just gorillas jump out of these trucks, just bounding around like the movie Congo. Me, Amy, kill protester. Me, Amy, kill protester. Me, Amy, kill liberals. George Soros bad. Soros bad. Me, Amy, kill protester. You know, you have these like gorillas that speak sign language and shit, and they just go rampaging. If there's 10,000 protesters, you bring me, fuck 100. These are all liberals. Bring me 50 gorillas. We'll do one we'll do one gorilla for every 200. We could do 1 to 200. We'll increase the ratio. We'll increase the ratio. We'll just do, I'll tell you, I'll make it even. Let's do 50 gorillas. 50 fucking gorillas. Do you know how fast these people will be scattering? Can you imagine the scatter? They would be gone. You think people are going to hang around at a riot? Oh, there's about 50 gorillas rampaging over there. You see people's limbs flying in the air. You think like you just see bodies flying through the air, and you'd be like, all right, I'm the fuck out of here. People screaming. You just see someone's fucking upper torso fly over your head and blood splattering, limbs, like your arms are flying, a head rolls by. You'd be running so fast the other direction. Just gorillas. Just gorillas. Just ripping everyone apart. That's what we need. It'll be over real quick, right, fam? It'd be over real quick. Let's see this. These videos are wild, man. Highway patrol videos pelted with rocks by pro-migrant rioters. Pro-migrant. These are people that are rioting in order to keep criminals in our country. These are insane people. Officers were forced to abandon vehicles on the highway as violent rioters began throwing rocks. Look at this shit. What a third world fucking country. What a shithole LA is. What an absolute fucking shithole. Let's play this video. What a insane shithole. That's attempted murder, by the way. The problem is it's Black Bloc, it's Antifa, and they wear, black hoodies and stuff. This is literally attempted murder. So when you throw a big rock it's attempted murder. You can't throw rocks at moving cars from an overpass. That's attempted murder. Or negligent homicide. I mean, it's not even negligent. It's like, whatever you want to legally charge. Like this is it's you're trying to kill someone. Or you can kill someone, but look at shit. Look at these cops walking. Look at this shit. Yo. Looks like Beirut, man. Yo, that's some serious shit. Do you guys see these videos? What a fucking... Look at this shit. Look at this. Look at this. Is that a peaceful protest? That's not an AI, is it? You can't tell anyway. It almost looks like AI with the flames. Who the fuck wants to live there? Look at that. That's wild. All right. Well, at least we don't have retards in office like the last 5 years. JD Vance says this moment calls for decisive leadership. 12 hours ago, the president will not be tolerating rioting and violence. So Donald Trump posted on Truth Social. A once great American city, Los Angeles, has been invaded and occupied by illegal aliens and criminals. Now violent insurrectionist mobs are swarming and attacking our federal agents to try and stop our deportation operations. But these lawless riots only strengthen our resolve. I am directing Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem, Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth, and Attorney General Pam Bondi, in coordination with all other relevant departments and agencies, to take all such action necessary to liberate Los Angeles from the migrant invasion and put an end to these migrant riots. Order will be restored, the illegals will be expelled, and Los Angeles will be set free. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Great statement. Based. Get these fucking lunatics out of here. Get them out. Get them out. You can't have a society like that. You can't have a society like that. You can't. You're not going to have business. Like, this destroys businesses. It's destroying California. People have fled. People have gone to other countries or other states. Some people have gone to other countries. But most people have moved to Texas, Florida, Tennessee, just anywhere else besides California. Is it a beautiful state? Is the weather nice? Is there beach? Is there mountains? Is there desert? Like, I've been to California. Like, it's nice, but the people suck in general. I just don't like it out there. It's a whole different vibe. I don't like... You're watching it. You're watching, like, the slow decay. And I'm not saying that all the areas are bad, but this is ridiculous. This kind of insanity. And they let it happen. They let it happen. Like, this stuff can be prevented if they actually had good leadership out there. All right, check us out from Libs of TikTok. Let's keep on going on this until you guys have any questions. Yeah, it's hard to watch. It's hard to watch, but this is important stuff just for today, like the trending things. Okay. Let's see. From Libs of TikTok, I cannot believe this is real. ABC reporter says not to bring in law enforcement to the LA riots because, quote, holy shit, because, quote, it's just a bunch of people having fun watching cars burn. Hold on, I gotta play this video. I gotta listen to this. Don't bring in law enforcement because it's just a bunch of people having fun watching cars burn. That can't be real, can it? It's hard to tell now with like AI and stuff. Like, tell me someone didn't say this.
Large group of people, it could turn very volatile. Large group of people, it could turn very volatile if you move law enforcement in there in the wrong way and turn what is just a bunch of people having fun watching cars burn into a massive confrontation.
Hold on a second. I got to play that again. Tell me that dude. Tell me that faggot did not just say that.
Large group of people, it could turn very volatile if you move law enforcement in there in the wrong way and turn what is just a bunch of people having fun watching cars burn into a massive confrontation and altercation between officers and demonstrators.
Oh, yeah, don't send in cops because it might get dangerous. Don't send in cops. That's kind of their job. I'm not saying I want cops to go into dangerous areas. I don't want their lives to be put at risk. But guess what? That's the job you signed up for. If you sign up for the military, you are saying you might go to war and you might be shot at. Like you're undertaking, the risk that you're taking. I'm not saying I want them like, yeah, there's fires burning and people being crazy. Send in cops. I don't want people to die. But guess what? You're out rioting. You need to be stopped. And we have people that their profession is to be called when this stuff happens. Just people having fun watching cars burn. What? Let's listen to that again. This is on ABC.
Large group of people, it could turn very volatile.
Oh, don't send out the cops because there's a large group of people. Don't send out the cops to a riot because it could get very volatile. It is volatile, bro. You think sending cops out to a riot is going to make it more volatile? Well, it is volatile. That's why you got to send the cops out there. You don't want volatility with your fire in the streets. You don't want random shit. You don't want random chaos. Again, this destroys societies because guess what? The same thing with Minneapolis when they burned it down after that criminal George Floyd died from fentanyl. You have all these people that are just out to burn shit to the ground. You can't start a business and raise a family if there's shootings and buildings. Like if you're like, oh, let's go to the ice cream parlor, but people are throwing bricks through it and Molotov cocktails and shooting people and rioting outside. You're not going to take your kids to go get ice cream downtown if there's spray paint and homeless people and people drugged up and tents everywhere. You're not going to start a business in your local town if they're going to be, BLM and Antifa and pro-Palestine lunatics are burning shit down every once in a while. And if you don't have all these virtue signaling flags in your window, you're going to get your teeth kicked in. And it's like people are going to flee these places. They're just going to be destitute ghost towns. People are just going to leave. They're going to go elsewhere. And then for the people remaining have to make up the difference with taxes and leases and stuff. It's going to either go down or go up through the roof. And very few people, it's going to be just elite and trash. Anyway, how the fuck can you say something like that?
Large group of people, it could turn very volatile if you move law enforcement in there in the wrong way and turn what is just a bunch of people having fun watching cars burn into a massive confrontation and altercation between officers.
You hear her? She's like, oh no, like you're not going to say this. You didn't say that, did you, idiot?
There in the wrong way and turn what is just a bunch of people, having fun watching cars burn.
She's like, you didn't just say that, you fucking idiot, did you? She's like, oh no, probably not. She's probably just like, whoa, there's a lot of cars. Oh no, it's so terrible.
Just an inch. It's cold outside.
Why did I just do the tip intro? I hit like Control R. Maybe it like replayed something. whatever. We're still in the Nosecock portion. All right, whatever. Wild stuff, right? Wild stuff. What do you guys think? Should we defund the police still? What do you think? Think we should defund the police? All right, let's move on, fam. Let's move on. Let's get into some questions. We'll go through, actually, I got a few questions. We went into some like balls deep stuff first, but let's get into some questions, more topics you can drop in the comments. Off-Road Brit, Papa Swolio, what do you think about calisthenics? I don't care much about it. I mean, push-ups, pull-ups, like things are great. It really depends on what your goals are. So again, if you're trying to get bigger, you want progressive overload. It's much harder to progressively overload these types of exercises without a lot of fatigue or tons of reps or adding weight. So you can do it. And also, I don't know what people determine or what the average person thinks calisthenics are. People just say words. Do you mean like jump rope? Do you mean pull-ups? Do you mean anything just body weight? Do you mean specifically parallel bars at a park? Like what are we talking about in terms of calisthenics? A lot of people don't really know the true definition. So I don't know what this person thinks of as calisthenics, but if you want to build muscle, you need more weight over time, right? More weight and more reps. So you need to add stuff. So if you're doing pull-ups, fine, add a weight vest. Eventually you're going to have to add a lot of weight. A vest won't be able to handle it. You have to hang weights between your legs. It gets burdensome after a while. It's very taxing. Doesn't mean you can't do weighted pull-ups. It just means, you know, you have to set it up more and have the equipment and have the materials. If you want to build, if your goal is to build a lot of muscle. So it depends on what your goal is. Cheyenne 29, Papa Swolio, extreme caloric deficit or slight? Always slight, if at all. What are you trying to do? I don't know what you're trying to do. How can I tell you what to eat? I don't know what you're eating. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what your goal is. So never do anything extreme. Should I starve myself or not? Yeah, don't starve yourself. How about that? Pankaj Opadhyay. I'm assuming that's your name. Please tell some tips to gain weight. I do the fucking workout daily, but can't gain weight. You don't eat enough. You don't eat enough. You don't train hard enough. Every combination, you haven't done it long enough, is one of those combinations. John Nada, 76. Thoughts on grass-fed whey? I like it. Get unflavored, no soy, no sunflower lecithin. Get unflavored. Nature Force is a good one on Amazon. Collagen is great too, but quality matters, and whole foods also matter. A boy named Caddy. Papa Swolio, besides the gym, what's your main hobby? My life. I don't look at things I do as like, oh, I have hobbies. Oh, I have a hobby. I like to do this on the side. I don't have shit like that. I love gardening. I love lifting weights. I love my life. I love going outside, getting sun, hanging out with the dogs. Just simple stuff, reading. Like I watch movies. I don't think of it as like, I have a little hobby. I like to do this. These are just things I do in my life. Like I enjoy so what are other things I do? I don't like the term hobby. I don't know. It's weird. I like to play with dolls and dress them up. It's just like, I don't know. Sometimes there's hobbies and sometimes there's just like weird escapes that people have that aren't really productive. So I like things to be productive. I like things to be valuable or an investment. I'm not saying you can't enjoy collecting coins, but you know, stuff like certain things like that. It's like, okay, it just sits there. It doesn't do anything. It's, you know, I play Legos. It's like, okay, it's not for me. So I'm not criticizing anyone else's passion, but it's just, you know, at least when I'm gardening or I'm with the butterflies, there's butterflies and the plants are growing and it's life and it's earth. It just seems a little bit more valuable to me. But that's why it's what I do. Not everyone has to do what I do, but I love the garden, being outside. I got to trim some stuff today. It's a beautiful day. It might be raining the next few days, so I'm going to go outside and trim some of the hedges and bushes, and shit's going crazy. I got to be out there trimming and cleaning shit up like at least once a week. It grows so fast. I'm actually doing it constantly, but I love it. T2 legit. Papa Swolio, pre-workouts and supplements, yes or no? Do you use anything? Magnesium, creatine. You could do all sorts of things for pre-workout. Just make your own so you're not getting artificial ingredients and unnecessary stimulants. magnesium, collagen, protein, creatine. Those are some staples. Electrolytes. Yeah, that's it. Ellie says, I love hanging out with my chickens. Yeah, that's awesome. Chickens are awesome. Chickens, dogs, those animals are great. So that's awesome. I can't wait to get chickens. I think I've said before, I would love to get one of those little tiny, like little goats and stuff. I love goats. But they chew everything and they shit everywhere. So it's like, if we had goats, I would put them where I have the gym is, but I'm not putting them in the gym. I would love to go out there. I would love to have, if chickens or the goats wouldn't eat the gym equipment and eat like the pads and stuff, I would love to have the gym and shit everywhere. So let's say they shit in a certain area or whatever. It'd be cool just to have chickens and goats just kind of like free, like the gym and the chicken coop or the goat is just like the same thing. So like you're walking through the machines, there's like a goat sitting there like, meh, just like chewing. They would just chew the equipment. I know goats like just eat everything. So they would probably chew all the pads and the seats off and stuff like that. But it'd be cool just to have like machines and then you have just chickens pecking through, getting like spiders and ants and stuff. And just like you're lifting and chickens are fucking around. Yeah, little pygmy goats. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Or maybe there's something, I'm not a goat expert, but it'd be cool. Like if there was something, maybe, oh, you spray this on the pad. You spray this on the pad, this essential oil, and the goats hate it. So, yeah, there you go. Papa Swilio had a farm, GTTFG, and on that farm they went to the gym, GTTFG, with a bicep curl and a bench press and a lat pull down. Papa Swilio went to the gym, GTTFG. Alex Pappas, 1297, Pappas. Sorry, I was hitting the wrong button. If my mic was going out, I apologize. I was hitting the mute. I kept on hitting the button, so if it cut out intermittently, I was hitting the mute button instead of the switch screen. What a boner. All right, Alex Pappas. Yeah, Highland cows are cool. I totally want to milk a cow, though. What are your thoughts on... What an interesting question. People ask me, like, are you taking steroids? What do you think about that? What are your thoughts on consistent steroid use? What are my thoughts on it? Do it safely. Be careful. Most people do it too young. Most people do too much, and they do too young. I don't take anything. I'm almost 42. I'm getting stronger. I feel great. You know how I adjust? Do you know how I adjust my training? Do I train less intensely? No. Do you know what I do? I just make sure I recover enough. I just leave sufficient recovery between body parts and overall stress. So the best way that I've found for me, the way I am after all my years of lifting, after how hard I train because don't forget, for me, I train outside. It's hot as fuck. I lose a lot of water. I'm exhausting. So sometimes it takes longer. My workout, because I come inside, cool off, or I rest longer between sets, whatever it is. But I just do it every other day. And I leave sufficient recovery. And when in doubt, I give myself another recovery day. And I train really intensely. I train really hard. I like every other day. I like having a day where I can, and then tomorrow I smash it again. I like that systemic fatigue, that decharging, that offloading. And I like the physical. So it's matching the systemic fatigue and the local fatigue. And then you can avoid steroid use. Because what happens is in many cases, or in the fundamental aspect of like why steroids, like sure, you'll may have the ability to build more muscle than you normally would and this, that, and the other, but also aids in recovery. People that take anabolic steroids, they recover faster so they could train harder and train more frequently. But you also, more isn't necessarily better. These things might aid in your recovery. Doesn't mean you have to change your split. There's different types of steroids, different types of compounds. I'm not an expert. I'm not telling you not to do it. Talk to your doctor if you want to do TRT. But a lot of people do it too young, too much, and they don't have the proper foundations and they fuck themselves up. Consistent steroid use, you really have to know what you're doing. So would you consider, I don't know this person, you say, what are your thoughts on consistent steroid use? Would you consider someone on TRT consistent steroid use? Or are you talking about like Sam Sulik or someone who's taken tons of different compounds and 20 something years old and just juicing out of their minds? That's not a knock on his character or this and the other, but I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. I don't understand why people want to do that kind of stuff to their body. I understand you want to get big. I want to get big. But one, when you get so and you're all hard and tight, you look like a cartoon character. It doesn't look it doesn't look natural because it's not natural. But everyone kind of looks the same. You have like the same muscle cap and the same. Okay, you're big. It just seems like, you know, we know how you got big. You injected yourself or stuff. It's just like the risk. There's so many risks and so many people just fuck themselves up. And it's just, I don't want to like actively, it's not worth damaging my body for it. I'm really hesitant to do anything like TRT. I think it would make a difference. I think anyone that takes TRT will probably notice a difference. I think it depends on where your natural levels are, but I don't know. Some people just go all in. I don't understand why people just do whatever. Is it really that mindset of like, I'll be fine. Nothing can hurt me. I'm just invincible. Or it's just like, I don't care. I want to get big. I'll inject anything to my body to look bigger. It's weird. I mean, even the old school, like Frank Zane and Arnold and these guys, you know, they were really big and they were taking stuff, but they weren't taking 15 different things or 20 different things. They were probably doing like, what are the ones they're doing? Like Masteron or D-Ball or Deca. What were the old school, like Arnold, like 60s, 70s, 80s, right? Test, D-Ball, Deca. What are some of the other ones that like, that you've heard on? Stuff like, it was like the basics, right? But they looked big. They were muscular. They were huge, but they didn't have like, it wasn't so tight and so granular and blocky and growth hormone. Like they still had kind of Greek physiques. And a lot of these guys like Frank Zane, like they weren't huge. They were like 180 pounds or 170 dieted down, but they were shredded. They were balanced. And a lot of these guys that did it right or cycled off or didn't excessively do it like Frank Zane, he's still around today, like lifting and living into his older age. A lot of other people are just banged up and half dead. You can tell who cycles off, like Dorian Yates or Lee Haney, people that are still functioning as they get older. I guess Arnold for the most part. Jay Cutler. Like there are a few people who did a lot and are still kind of, I guess, relatively healthy or living to our older age. A lot of people just, they beat themselves into the fucking ground like Ronnie and they're barely functioning. Alex says Rich Piana even said that if you have the choice between being natty and doing gear, stay natty because you're just hurting yourself in the long run. R.I.P. the GOAT. Yeah, this is something about Rich Piana that, you know, I remember, I never followed his content. We were watching the DWG recently where I was like, oh, he's going to die. This is like a throwback on Overtime. But it seemed like he was always honest about steroid use. And obviously, yeah, you are hurting yourself in the long run. Like he died young. So it doesn't seem like it makes sense more often than not. I'm not against TRT or something if that's a personal choice. But if you're eating properly, you're living your life the best way that you can with sun and sleep and stuff, your testosterone is going to be, that's your TRT. If people stop thinking about, oh, Ozempic or TRT or some kind of what supplement should I take, and they focus really 100% on your fundamentals, you got more sun, you got vitamin D and magnesium and nutrition and sleep. If you really focus on that, it feels like TRT. It feels like TRT. It feels like you're getting a boost because you're just doing it naturally. It takes more habitual changes and really ruthless consistency. But like, that's a great way to take quote unquote TRT, is to do it naturally, get more sun on your balls and stuff. All right, let's get into some balls deep content and then we're going to get into releases. Let's do a release first.
That's deep.
Let's get into this one first. We got a new yoga class. Let's do this one.
What's in the box?
New yoga in the Swolenormous app. Fam, we have Connect to the Core Flow Express class with Alex. Isn't that nice? Connect to Core Flow Express class with Alex. Available today inside the Swolenormous app. Very nice. Thank you for another amazing class. You know it's going to be a good one. Express class, so it's nice, quick, easy to do. We prefer to drop express classes when we do individual drops just because more people are going to be able to do them because they're express, the time limits. You don't have to set aside an hour. You could set aside 25 to 40 minutes and do an express class. Connect to the Core Flow with Alex. Available today inside the app. Good stuff. Michelle says, I took a recovery flow class with Alex this morning. Drop in the comments, what's the last yoga class or Swolga class that you did? If you remember, what's the name of it? Drop in the comments. We got another new release. Here we go, fam.
What's in the box?
We got a brand new Ask Papa Swolio. Now, you know we do Ask Papa Swolio here in the show during the Knowledge Cock portion, but I announced like a week ago that we have a brand new section inside the app. So when members are posting questions inside the app and we answer them, because a lot of times I'll answer them in the community section of the app, or I'll answer them in the app, but then I'll, also use them here on the show so I can talk about it in more depth. Because anytime a member asks questions, I find it's very important because other members or future members are likely to have similar curiosities or similar questions. So if we can archive these, and now that we have the app and we have global search and you can search the entire app and we can tag things and have it in the title, we can archive a lot of these knowledge nuggets on the show and archive them. So if you want to get a little bit more in depth from your answer, we can be like, hey, and comment below and be like, hey, we also answered this on the show. It's in the Ask Papa Swolio question. So you can see the written answer and then go listen to the clip, and we'll pull the clips and we'll keep them in the app. So if we answer a question from the app on the show, we'll put it in this section. That way you can reference it later and it's searchable because maybe it helps other people. And of course, there's a lot of questions on Instagram, but if it's in the app, it's from a member and it's usually about something in the app. So it's really applicable. So, all right, brand new Ask Papa Swolio, and a clip from last week. Is a multi-purpose gym machine worth it for home workouts? Good stuff. I remember this. This was it Abby's question? We're looking at that multi-purpose Marcy machine. I think she was going to get it for like $300 or something. We were debating different types of things. Now I remember. And we had the wrong picture, and then she uploaded a new picture, and it became a better deal than we thought. So anyway, if you're interested in building out a home gym, or you see a good deal on Facebook Marketplace, this and the other, this is a good clip to watch. Go check it out, now available in the app. It's also on a previous episode of the podcast. I don't remember which number, but we have it listed in the description usually. Is a multi-purpose gym machine worth it for home workouts? Now available. I like this new section. I like it. We got new merch next, but let's do a balls deep video. All right, this one's called Fat Phobia on TikTok.
What's in the box?
Fat phobic the world is, and especially here on TikTok, it's wild. I have never felt so scared to be myself on an app because people make it hard. People make it hard because they're so negative. Fat people can just be existing and posting content on their page and not bothering anybody, and there's always going to be somebody in the comments that's like, you need to lose weight, your lifestyle's not healthy. I thought TikTok was supposed to be a fun app. Why can't we just exist? Why can't we just exist? Why do we always have to have an opinion for everything? And then especially like I have
gotta love wait hold on
BED.
Yeah, I've suffered from everything. I'm labeled myself. I'm psychologically damaged. Oh, feel bad for me. Yeah, this whole thing. Why do we have to have an opinion on everything as she voices her fucking opinion on something that no one cares about? So again, we have the internet, and this is what I've always said. It's not the internet that's a problem. It's that retards have the internet. The internet itself is not a problem. It's that we have retards on the internet. A lot of people are retarded. So if you have a lot of people in this world that are retarded and every person has access to the internet, you have a lot of retarded people that are now online. Period. That's really just it. If you go back 50 years or 30 years, there were a lot of retarded people. But these retarded people would just say retarded things in the street or to their friends, or they didn't say anything because they didn't have anyone else to spew their retarded bullshit with. That's it. You had the TV talking to you. You had the newspaper, magazines, and you had television. You didn't have the ability for you to post your thoughts online. And then eventually the internet came around. You could use message boards and write random shit. Like we still have Reddit. That's where all the retards go. So we have a lot of these resources now, but unfortunately now all people, I'm not saying unfortunately, because I use the internet too. So I don't want to say the internet sucks. Social media is awful. I built my business on social media and the internet. I'm grateful that it exists because I could do the thing that I do in my way. But I'm just saying that there are a lot of retarded people in the world and they all have the internet. So now you get to hear all their opinions. So if you don't like people's opinions, don't talk to people, because you're going to get their opinions. If you don't want comments, don't post anything. Don't use the internet. Don't look at the comments. If you don't like what the billboard says, don't look at the billboard. If you don't like your job, get a different job. If you don't like the food that you're eating, get different food. Make your own food. It's like, make these choices, right? Make these choices.
Suffered from BED.
That's binge eating disorder.
It's just disheartening because you don't know what people go through. And if we really want to like dive really deep into America and the type of food that's available in America, we can go there. Which is the reason why people are fat. Or that they target lower income neighborhoods with unhealthy food. Talk about those things. Do research.
Yeah, do research. Do research. Just do research. Oh, let me do research. What research? Right? What truth are we talking about? What research? Are we talking about real, like logic and common sense, or the things that you want me to look at so I can perpetuate your mental defects? All right, one more, and then we got new merch. Who's ready for new merch? Who's ready for new merch? Yeah, her makeup was ridiculous. It's called Lib Meltdown. Lib Meltdown.
You sorry cock-sucking sons of a bitches that think that you're just gonna go and fucking arrest a bunch of protesters because they're out there doing something you're too afraid to fucking do. They're out there fighting for our freedom, and they're out there fighting for our right for free speech, cause fuck you, all 2,000 of you fucking National Guardsmen, you brave-ass fucking soldiers. You think you're gonna march in those streets and tell those people to shut the fuck up?
Yep. Pretty much. That's what National Guard's going to do when you're not peacefully protesting. When you're burning down the city, you're going to get shut the fuck down. You should be imprisoned.
That is what you decided to fight for. You chose to defend us against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and you fucking failed. And that's
Who's talking about this? Who failed?
why they're out there on those streets. So who the fuck are you to tell them to shut the fuck up?
What are you talking about? Oh, she has Free Palestine on the back. Who are you? Well, when you're breaking the law, you get penalized.
You grow a pair, take off your mask, and tell me your fucking name! Because my name is Alex and I say fuck you!
Who is she talking about? Who's wearing a mask? You mean the cops that are wearing riot gear so they don't die? Are you talking about Antifa that wears black masks so they can't be prosecuted? Is that what you're talking about? All the protest? You talk about the rioters that are wearing masks? Is she talking about herself? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's levels of retardation that can't be conceived.
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
I can't process that. Let's do a throwback. Let's cleanse the palate, and then we'll do those new merch releases. Yeah, I don't know what that was about. Oh, rainbow party.
If your doctor is just telling you all your issues are because you're fat. I'm a fat.
I'm a fat. Yeah, you are fat.
You know, my metabolic panel is literally perfect, the doctors say.
Yeah, I don't buy that. Man, I cannot doubt that more.
But I have heard, you know, that everything is weight related.
Yeah, probably.
You know, for years I was told that my knees were bad because of my weight.
100%. Yeah. Absolutely. Your knees are bad because of your lack of fitness, your lack of exercise, because of your excessive body weight, your lack of muscle. Yeah, exactly. It's because of everything.
My knees are bad because I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. My femoral anteversion is 30 degrees in the hips.
Lifting weights and strengthening the muscles and working on femoral abduction, all this stuff would fix the problems. But no, I have this. I suffer from this. Gotcha. All right. Remember, the goal is to keep these labels. The goal is to suffer. The goal is to be labeled. The goal is to be compromised. The goal is to be marginalized. Again, the goal is to be a victim. The goal is to be as, I guess, essentially pathetic as possible, and to be such a victim, to be suffering and to be oppressed. That's the goal. So then I could still keep on complaining about all the things that are happening that I don't like in my life and blame you for it. All right. All right, here we go. Let's do another one. And then we'll do merch.
Healthy? I can't believe you're eating them. No, they aren't. They're just processed sugar and carbs. You cannot tell me that's healthy. You're describing something not being nutrient dense, which true, these aren't, but me eating one right now is health promoting.
This fucking cunt, bro.
God damn it, I don't know what it is about your face, but I want to deliver one of these right in your suck hole.
Is there anything I can do to work on that?
This chick is looking more anorexic. Remember, we used to cover her in 2017 or 19, the anti-diet dumbass? It's not. That's fucking poison. Literal poison.
How? I wanted one, so I ate one without guilt or shame present.
Fuck off. If I delude myself and I lie to myself and I pretend I'm living in an alternate reality where this isn't actual chemical trash, it doesn't do anything to me because it's all in my head. I can eat this guilt-free and it's fine. These people are retarded.
By doing that, I actually crave these less and can eat them in more moderation.
If I don't feel guilty about eating garbage, I actually eat less of it. Yeah, that's a great way to fix food addiction, is to tell people, hey, if you're addicted to meth, just do a little bit. Just do some meth in moderation. You're an alcoholic, just drink a little bit in moderation. That'll help an alcoholic. Meth in moderation. That might be a new shirt. Meth in moderation. Oh my God. All right. I bet you she, yeah, everyone's like, T-Bone says, 1 cookie plus a 2-finger chaser keeps you skinny and healthy. I bet you she's throwing that shit up right after. John says, is this the banana peel bacon dip shit? It might be. It might be. She might be was she the one? I don't know if anyone else can, I don't know if anyone else can confirm that. Can anyone else confirm that? If she was the banana peel bacon person? All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Let's get into the new merch. We're about to wrap this shit up. Let's do this. We got new merch. We got... It looked different. It looked green for a second. All right, we got some new awesome colors. We got some new summer colors. Let's get the first merch release.
What's in the box?
Papasfolio.com, save 20%. We got new colors for Go to the Fucking Gym. This is the first one. We got the buy one, get one 50% off. We got a big special going on over at papasfolio.com. Big buy one, get one 50. We got new colors. We got a bunch of new colors for Go to the Fucking Gym. We got the blue. We got some new summer colors, some new summer styles. So go and check that out. New colors. And this is more than just that. So check out. It looks great on all the summer designs. We decided to add another shade, another design, another style for Go to the Fucking Gym. Great for summer. So if you want, this is the standard. The Go to the Fucking Gym, that's a classic. That's a classic. That's a standard. So we like to offer some new colors when we get new color shirts in, when we get, some different ideas and some different approaches. So check it out. Really cool blue color. Go to the Fucking Gym. BOGO 50. Buy one, get one 50. You know what that means, fam? That means if you buy 2, you get 2 50% off. You buy 3, 50% off. You buy 4, you get 4 50% off. You buy 5,
The little rascal has spirit.
you get 5 50% off. You buy 6,
Wow.
you get 6 50% off. So check it out. And brand new merch. By the way, our Swole card today is #SwoleFam for a chance to win today's Swole card. Let's give it away. Who's ready for a Thrasher? If we buy 7, you get 7 50% off. And buy 100 and I will give you a reach around. That's facts. We got the brand new GTT FG Flaming Thrasher design. Let's fucking go. Dr. Delta, Aaron says, do we get hand jobs for 10? No, not for 10. Not for 10. So we got a new GTTFG Flamin' Thrasher design. That's style. That's fire. That's literally fire. It's fire. So there we go. Flaming Gitfig. A flaming Gitfig design. GTTFG Flaming Thrasher design. That's dope. That's a nice addition. That's a nice old school metal addition to the repertoire. So we got new designs, we got new ideas, and we're always trying to give you some new flavor. So check that out. That would look fucking dope on a oversized tee too. Is that on the left? Or is that just a regular t-shirt? That look good in bulk oversized too. I don't know if we have that in the pump covers, but if you guys want that in a pump cover, Nick's like, ooh, me. If that's something that you might want in a pump cover, we'll consider it. I don't know if it's available for pump covers yet, but if there's a request, we can make it happen. All right, let's give away today's Swole card. It is #SwoleFam. Thanks for being here, Beaches. A couple other things. Make sure you follow the podcast and make sure that you check out the Swolosophy episodes that are live, that were over the weekend. 3320 and 3319. Those are available. Some of you commented. I think it was Pam, Cerny, everyone that Jeremy, I think, commented on the video on the weekend Swolosophy episode. So if you didn't yet, go check it out. Comment on Spotify. I wish you can comment on Apple Podcasts. I think it's great that Spotify is making it more community based and more like a social app. It's awesome. So go and leave a comment. Appreciate you guys. #SwoleFam. Let's give away today's Swole card right now. All right, we got a winner today. It is Jeff Tech 35. Jeffrey.
Congratulations!
Jeff, congratulations. All right. Jeff is the winner. Congratulations. Send us an email to support@Solormus.com. Swole card 3321 in the subject, your mailing address in the body of the email. That's fantastic. We'll send you this Swole card. Thanks for playing. Congratulations, Hief. Pam says, love the weekends. I'm glad you're enjoying those weekend episodes. It's nice. You get something like a Gaines shot to the head. It's a nice bump. You get like a swole bump over the weekends. Swolosophy. Just do a line of Swolosophy. It's like, yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. All right, fam. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Congratulations, Jeff. We will see you tomorrow. Make sure you catch up on the other episodes. Enjoy those new releases. We'll get those up shortly. They'll be up today. Join the fam over at SwolenormousX.com. Thanks for being here, Beaches, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Peace, McGee's, Deuce Magoose, your boy, Papa Swolio. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock's crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now the king left and they so mad, it's like...
Then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bag that you made. That's a bag that you made. That's a bag that you laid. That's a bag that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant, on topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element.